Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamualaikum, Mariam. Hi, Joyce. Nice of you to drop by. We will begin shortly. I think we will wait a little bit for other people to come in. Today, we are going to do something that has been requested of me several times. We're going to make mihun goreng. Because a lot of people say, boleh ke masak mihun tu? Boleh goreng ke? Banyak mana boleh goreng? Hari ni kita akan tahu. Okay? Hang on. So, hi Eza. Assalamualaikum. Masak apa hari ni? Dah plan ke? It's been a week. Dah seminggu ke? 1 week of this restricted movement order thing, and it just feels like forever, kan? With the kids around and those of us who are working from home, ada meeting lah, ada nak kena submit lah, ada deadline and whatnot. So it's quite challenging. So I hope that with this daily cooking show that I'm holding as a thanks to my customers, I hope that you get to benefit from it and you get some ideas on what to cook for your family. Very simple ingredients today that I'm using. Things that we know we can keep in our fridge and in our pantry as well. And of course, it's very, very. These are two Malaysian staples, I would say. Yeah, Teh Tarik and mihun. Even though it's not exactly dinner fare, but it's something that we can cook anytime and serve anytime we have guests at home. Even though we don't have guests now, it's also something that we can whip up very quickly with a Thermomix. Okay, so I'm just going to show you very briefly what the ingredients are for today. Switching camera now. Okay, we are obviously having some mihun. This is, at this time you just grab whatever brand you can from the supermarket. Ya, insyaAllah nanti Mimi buat roti lagi sebab hari tu the technical difficulties kan. Esok kot. Boleh ya? InsyaAllah besok. Okay. So hari ni kita masak satu paket mihun. This one is Jati brand. Dia agak tebal sikit dan 350 gram je. So kita adjust kita punya air bergantung pada berat mihun kita tu. Most of the brands in the market 400 gram. Okay. And then kita ada cili kering yang dah rendam tadi, bawang putih, bawang kecil, and then yang ni daun ketumbar, coriander with the roots and the stems. The leaves I actually set aside for garnishing later, and then I just took the stems and the roots sekali. And this is just to give you an idea of how we blend and how we saute the ingredients in the Thermomix. Okay, and then we also have some chicken and carrots. And then we have some cabbage. Anilah, these two veggies are very useful in this time because they keep quite a while in the fridge and we can do so many things with them. Boleh tumis dia on its own. You can add this to tom yum. You can add this to mihun obviously, and you can do so many things with it. Very versatile, and you can keep quite long in your fridge. Assalamualaikum. Ate Shada, kumusta? Sana mabuti po kayo. Hi, Aini. Okay. And then, normally we use water, but today, actually lunchtime, I made some tom yum earlier. And for the tom yum, I made shrimp stock. So I actually used the shrimp heads and skin and boiled it with water. And I have my own stock here for added flavor. And then we have our usual just Kicap in Malay, or toyo in Tagalog, or soy sauce in English. Soy sauce with a bit of pepper. This, you can tweak this recipe depending on what you normally have, but this is just to show you the method of how we cook mihun in our Thermomix. Mihun or bihun in Tagalog. Okay? And then we're also gonna add a bit of udang, prawns. Assalamualaikum Kak Da. Lepas tu, for added flavor and also to replace salt, kita akan guna kita punya homemade chicken stock. I made this myself. susah pula nak buka one-handed. Okay, kejap lagi nanti I will show you. And then nak tumis dengan minyak sekejap lagi. Okay, ni je lah bahan-bahan untuk mihun tu. And then of course we need some water untuk rendam mihun. And then untuk teh tarik, very simple, air kosong obviously. And then hari ni Mimi akan guna, I'm gonna use this tea bags to make it faster. Actually you can also use tea leaves, but as an option you can also use tea bags. You can use the smaller bags, about 12 of them, or you can use these big ones. These are actually meant for like one teapot. So I use 2 of these, so it's easier for me to take out later on. Okay, and then obviously when you have teh tarik, you should have your susu pekat. Okay, just a quick tip, I actually look for this brand because it is full cream condensed milk. It's milk, it's not creamer. When you buy creamer, actually creamer is contains a lot of sugar and palm oil, so basically you're feeding your family oil and sugar. But this one is well, it's still sweet, but at least it's milk. And we don't have this all the time because we need to control our sugar intake as well. And then to give flavor and froth, we need to have evaporated milk. You can also use fresh milk if you want, but it won't be as frothy. Okay, so before anything else, we're gonna start off with our teh tarik. Okay, and I'm just gonna boil some water while waiting for other people to join us. This is just filtered water, which I'm gonna pour, and it will. Hi Azura, masak apa hari ni? Dah masak ke? Actually ni snack petang. Okay, kita nak 1 liter. We want a liter of water here. Hi Lichu. Hi Adlina. Okay, hang on. Just a bit more. Alright. Lebih sikit tak apalah. Susah one-handed punya ni kerja. Okay, so kita tutup dia. And then this will take about okay. So while this is brewing, oh I forgot, actually gonna need to kabut sikit pula. Okay, I'm gonna take out my tea bags now. I will move the camera to you. Nak teh tarik ni. Petang-petang kan minum teh tarik sedap. Okay, I will switch to my holder for a while so that I can take out my tea. I washed my hands just before the show, and okay, so this is how it looks like. It's easier for me to fish out later. And okay, so I'm just gonna put it in here. Okay, and since we have the tea bags, I will reverse my okay. Okay, meanwhile, while this is brewing, without further ado, we are gonna start with our mihun. Okay, so very simple. Okay, just a quick introduction. Earlier, I shared with you that the Thermomix has this recipes. Okay, the recipe platform is called Cookie Do, and right now there are almost 57,000 recipes already. So you can search by keyword, or you can search by name of recipe, and there are recipes in English, in Chinese, in German, in Italian, you name it, There are now 57 search by preparation time, the total time it needs. Okay, sorry. Boleh dengar ke? Is it better? Better ke? Hang on. Abang adik, tolong matikan kipas. Sorry, assistant tak ada. Thank you. Yes. Is it better? Dah boleh dengar ke? Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you so much. I think it was the fan, okay? So as I was saying, for cookie dough, you can actually choose. You can even choose recipes based on portions. Say there's only 2 of you, so you can look for recipes for 2 people, 4 people, 6 people, 7 people, 8 people, and more, okay? And then you can even go by ratings because users can now rate the recipes. And then you can choose by version of your Thermomix, and then by language. So for example, you want only English, and then yeah, you can get all these. You have cabbage rolls, you have sauerkraut, sourdough soup, cabbage dish, warm beetroot dish. Okay, and every Thermomix, when you buy one, it actually comes with 1 month free trial plus 6 months free subscription. So you have unlimited access to all of those recipes, not just the recipes, but also the, the meal planning. But after the 6 months, some people ask what happens, okay? So this is what I'm going to explain. That's what I'm getting to. After 6 months, if say you don't want to avail of almost 57,000 recipes, no problem. It's okay. You can still cook manually. And that's what we're going to do today. Manual cooking using the Thermomix. Okay? Okay, so let's start now. So to start off, we already opened our mihon. And I'm just gonna soak it in water. Okay? That's it. Very simple. This is normal water, normal tap water. Just gonna add a bit more. Okay. So if you want to cook mihon now, you don't have to soak it forever. Even if you have like suddenly unexpected guests coming, you can cook very easily. Okay? And over here, we're going to start off, it's empty. We're going to start off by dumping all of our spices into the mixing bowl. Now remember, as I previously mentioned, anything that can go through the hole of your lid, this lid, because you can actually remove this measuring cup. This is a measuring cup, 100 ml and 50 ml. Okay, anything that goes through this hole, for example, this shallot, you don't have to cut anymore. So, for example, if you are cooking rendang and you need to put in ginger or galangal, whatever you need, as long as it fits through this hole, you don't have to chop anymore. Even lemongrass, you just put it in. Okay, so we just dump everything in, literally. Okay. And then we close it. Okay, when we insert this measuring cup, it's not totally like it's not like totally there is there's still some space in between, so we will actually drizzle a bit of water up here. Okay, so we will drizzle water here while we blend for 30 seconds, speed 10. 30 seconds, people, only 30 seconds. Okay. And that alarm means it's done with whatever it was doing. Assalamualaikum, Datin Lin and Ruhaini. Welcome. I'm just showing you how we make our own paste. Yeah, look at this, so beautiful. Only 30 seconds. Our shallots and garlic and coriander stems and roots, and also dried chili is like this. So if you want it to be finer, you can easily scrape it down and scrape down like this and blend a bit more. Okay, but for me, I'm fine with this because I don't have any lemongrass in here today, so I'm gonna proceed. So I'm just gonna scrape it down very quickly, and then I'm gonna add a bit of oil. Okay, normally when we cook one whole packet of mihon, and if we cook it the traditional way, we will be using a lot of oil depending on the wok. Basically, we want to make sure that the noodles won't stick to the wok. So that's how we end up with... Oh, okay. The water is done. It's calling me. Okay, I'm just gonna... Please wait a bit. Okay, I'll continue here. I'm just gonna add oil. Only 50 grams of oil for this one. So we're gonna activate our weighing scale. This is one of my favorite features of the Thermomix, the weighing scale, especially with the TM6. It's so big, you can't possibly miss it. Okay, so I'm just gonna use normal palm oil, 50 grams. Okay, so now we have our oil. That's very little actually, that's about 5 tablespoons. And then we're gonna saute it. Okay, so we put the lid back on. And we're going to saute it for 4 minutes. (120°C) speed 1. That is the default setting for sauteing, 120°C speed 1, and the time here depends on how much of the ingredients you are sauteing. So don't worry so much about the settings. When you get your Thermomix, as your advisor, I will be assisting you. I'll be advising you what settings you need for your cooking. And if you need the recipes, just PM me and I'm going to give them to you as well. Okay? Okay. Assalamualaikum, Teacher Swahili. Okay, so over here, we already have our tea. It already brewed our tea for us. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so if you are using tea leaves here, you have to strain it. You have to use one of those like in the kedai mama, okay? But because I'm using these large tea bags today, it's so easy to just fish them out using a pair of tongs, okay? So I just take them out and I squeeze off the excess. Okay, notice that when I brewed, I don't know if you notice or not, but I actually brewed it at 90°C because when we brew coffee and tea at 90°C, we actually limit the release of the caffeine. Okay, and then I'm now just gonna add our susu cair. You can get the recipe from the Malay Kitchen Cookbook, or you can PM me as well. Okay, that's part of our service as your Thermomix advisor. Once you get your Thermomix, the sale will be directly between you and the company. But if the sale is through me, I will be advising you. I'll be assisting you with your recipes and your cooking, and I'll also add you to the WhatsApp group, of which I'm the admin. Okay, and now we're gonna add our susu pekat. Again, the quantity here is up to your individual taste. We have done this numerous times, and this is the taste that my family likes. We don't like it too sweet. And this is the wonderful part, very easy. We are now going to tarik our tea. Tarik in Malay actually means to pull, and the word tarik comes from the action of pouring it from one cup to another. But with the Thermomix, we don't need to tarik anymore. We just need to froth it up for 10 seconds. Hey, punya teh tarik. Okay, and just like that, we are done. Dah boleh minum terus. So, bayangkan, tak perlu pergi kedai mamak lagi dah. No need to go to the kedai mamak. I'm just gonna get my flask over here. Okay, flask is here. And see how beautifully frothy that is. Kan? No mess whatsoever. Oh, my boy is already waiting with his mug. May I borrow your mug so they can see how frothy it is? It's fine. Okay. Thank you, boy. Hang on, don't go away. He doesn't want to be in the photo. See? Cantik boy dia. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Kan? Ha. Okay, boy. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. Oh no. Yang kita tumis tu pun dah siap. Sorry. One-handed again. Okay, we wait for a while. Yang ni kita simpan. Dah selamat ada kita punya teh tarik. Super duper easy. No need to go all the way to the kedai mamak to have your teh tarik fix. You can have it in such a short time and we get beautiful frothy teh tarik. And you can control the sweetness very easily. Super easy. Okay? So PM me if you need the recipe. And you can PM me as well on how to get your Thermomix from only 9 ringgit per day. Okay, so we set this aside for now. I'm just gonna cover this so that it stays nice and warm. Perfect drinking temperature. Okay, and we continue with our mihon. We've finished sauteing it. Okay, and the next step is simply to add our chicken and our carrots. Just dump it in. Okay, and then we're gonna add our sauces and our stock. Okay, I will put this on the holder for a while because I need to put in our chicken stock. Hang on. I'm a one-woman show here, so okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, so we still have a bit of soy sauce left, so we will add in the prawn stock in here. Okay, because it's settled. And then I can use my spatula as well to scrape it. Our handy dandy multi-purpose spatula. Okay, and then I'm also gonna add chicken stock. I actually made this myself, my own chicken stock powder. Another one of the benefits of having a Thermomix, you can make your own chicken stock powder, your own meat powder, meat stock powder, or ikan bilis powder, mushroom powder, even vegetable stock powder. It's so wonderful. No need to buy and no preservatives, no MSG. It's just all the goodness and nutrients of natural ingredients. Okay, so this is both chicken and a bit of Himalayan rock salt as well and some herbs. And I'm just gonna put it in here. Okay, and again, as I mentioned earlier, you can tweak the recipe according to how you like it. For example, you can have Tom Yum style, or you can have mee siam style, or you can have Chinese style. Totally up to you. This is just to give you an idea of how you can use the Thermomix method to prepare this quintessential, I would say, Malaysian dish. Okay, and then okay, there's the prawn stock in there. Set this aside, and then we're just gonna let this boil for 5 minutes. Aroma, and we're gonna reverse now because this one reverse, because we have carrots and chicken in there and we don't want to cut them up. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for a while. So the only thing that's left for us to put now are the cabbage, the prawns, and the actual noodles, which we are soaking in here at the side. Okay, I'm gonna set the other items aside. So these are our noodles. How do you tell if it's ready? Okay, now this is soft. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, it's soft, and then basically you want it to be like a little bit sticky to your hands. So once it's soft like this, you give it a rinse, and then you just rinse out the water. Okay, and then see, it's now nice and soft. And we try to feel if it's a little bit sticky. If it's not, then we just give it one final rinse just before we cook this one. Okay, so basically we want to get rid of the excess starch so that the noodles will remain long. It's quite amazing how this blender can mix the noodles. Okay, I'm gonna clean as I go. Okay. So it's up to you if you want to add prawns, if you want to add fish cakes, those will be the last to add. Okay, this is a very versatile recipe. And then, oh yeah, if in case you don't have a Thermomix and you're wondering what I meant by the reverse function just now, this is actually a mixing bowl, and you can open it up all the way. Unlike other blenders, you can open it totally. And you can take out the blade. Okay, so you can clean the bowl 100%. The bowl is made of stainless steel, very high quality, and you can switch from hot to cold, cold to hot. Okay, and this is the blade. And as you can see, the blade is two-sided. Okay, this side is sharp and this side is blunt, tajam dengan tompol. So when it's going the normal way, which is clockwise, it's cutting. It's the sharp end that is hitting your food, so it cuts. But when we hit reverse on the Thermomix, it will literally go the other way, reverse. Orang Melayu cakap apa? Gostan eh. So it goes reverse. That means it is no longer cutting, but it's actually stirring. That is how this blender can stir our noodles without breaking it. And so we have this, and we put this back. Very easy, very simple to put back together. Okay. So now you can imagine. You know, I'm cooking here. I'm cooking. So I'm switching camera. There's my Thermomix, there are my ingredients, and I can actually do whatever I want to do right now. I can take my laptop, I can take my flip chart, I can take a book while this thing is stirring for me. Okay, it's so wonderful. So whatever you are doing, you can even leave it aside. And you can do other things while you are cooking. And you can see that there are no fumes. This is the best part, no fumes. This is my kitchen. You see there is no hood up here. I have my lamp there, and it's plaster ceiling. That is the beauty of the Thermomix. You can cook anywhere without any fumes, no oil, and my counter is also white. Okay? And no need to mop the floor. Yeah? So it's so very, very convenient, and it makes our work so much easier. We don't have to stir, we don't have to stand a long time. It's perfect for people who are unwell. So even if I have fever, for example, I can let the Thermomix do all the heavy lifting for me. I just dump and walk away. So even if you're doing rendang, which can take the normal one, rendang to 4 hours, with the Thermomix only 45 minutes. So the entire 45 minutes you can actually take a nap, you can pray, you can read Quran. So just imagine how easy your life would be with Ramadan. Because Ramadan is just around the corner. Before we know it, it will be here. So I hope all of you have been taking this opportunity to be with the family and to start getting into the habit of reading the Quran together as a family and also praying together. Oh, and we know what that sound means. That means it's done boiling. So for this particular step, we have to be very quick. And we have to put in the rest of our ingredients, starting with the cabbage. Let's dump it in. Okay. And then our mihon. Okay, I'm going to put this in the holder once again so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So we have to be very quick so that the temperature doesn't drop below 90 degrees because we'll be cooking in a very short time. Only about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yes, that's one entire packet of mihon. I know, right? Crazy. It fits. It fits, people. Okay. This one entire packet that you saw me open from the beginning. And we're going to add the prawns last. Okay. Now, if we are to cook this in a traditional way using a stove, we will be stirring this forever, right? But with a Thermomix, I'm just going to set it here. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Varoma, reverse, spoon. With the Thermomix, I'm just going to stir it for about 30 seconds or so until it starts to stir by itself. So remember, this is now going reverse, so I'm also going to stir it reverse like this. Just to help it along until it starts to move by itself. Okay, very simple. I don't know if you can see. But it's actually starting to move by itself, just a little bit. We help it just a bit more. You don't have to stick it to the side, but basically it's like you slant it a bit to the side like that. Okay? Just like that. Super simple. Okay. And then now that it's moving on its own, I'm going to cover this up. And we leave it. So again, we dump in the ingredients and we walk away. Meanwhile, I'll be getting ready my container. I have here what we call a thermo server. Now this thermo server is very, very nice. That's the lid that you can see. Let me move my Thermomix. Again, with the Thermomix, you can't push or pull it. You have to lift it up. Okay, you lift it up. And we see here we have our thermo server. It comes in 3 parts. You have the base. This is so that you don't have to hold the metal portion. Okay, the metal portion is seamless. It's actually double wall steel. It's like your flask for your drinks, but it's for serving food as well. It looks so presentable. You can serve your dishes here. You can keep your food warm or cold for an extended period of time. And this is the lid. So after you pour it in, you cover like this. And you can also use it to make taufu fa. You can make soy milk and then you put it in here with the GDL and the cornstarch. You put the lid on and you wait for about half an hour and your taufu fa will be ready. Super easy. So this is our, if you buy a Thermomix right now, we have a limited offer. You can actually get this wonderful thermo server. It's worth 360 ringgit, people. 360 ringgit. And you can get it for free for a limited period if you get your Thermomix right now. Okay? So while this is cooking, I'm just going to take this opportunity to tell you a bit what else the Thermomix can do. Very quickly, the Thermomix is actually the super kitchen machine that can do more than 20 functions. So it's like in our kitchen we have all sorts of things. We have a blender, we have a steamer, we have rice cooker, but we have a slow cooker, and it's all hidden in somewhere in those cabinets, you know, because we rarely use them. But with the Thermomix, it just sits here all the time on your counter. Whatever you want to do, say you want to make caramel, you use it. You want to saute, you use it. You want to knead bread, Thermomix. You want to weigh, use the Thermomix. You want to stir, you don't have to stir anymore, the Thermomix will do it for you. You want to make all those nice sauces like bechamel for your lasagna or Hollandaise sauce for your eggs Benedict, the Thermomix will do for you. It can mix all those nice soups. It can heat up food. You can use the fermentation function to make tempeh, cheeses, and even yogurt overnight while you sleep. Pre-clean is so wonderful. It pre-cleans your bowl as the name suggests, and you don't have to scrub your bowl anymore. And then steaming, so easy. You just add in the Varoma attachment which comes with the Thermomix, and you can steam 2 layers at the same time. Of course, it can cook. It can also whip, like you can make whipping cream super fast in the blink of an eye. It can even make minced meat. It can do slow cook, and it maintains the temperature, so cooking is so much faster. It can blend, chop, grind. You can grind your own coffee. And then you can boil water, and you can even use sous vide to make steaks right in the comfort of your own home. Okay, perfect timing. Our noodles are done. Thank you for informing me, my darling. Let's take a peek. The moment of truth. Look at this. Can you believe this? My blender cooked my noodles and they didn't break. They're still long. Oh. Can you see this? Panjang-panjang. Oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this a bit. Ini angkat sikit so that you can see my noodles. Okay, you see that? Amazing, right? A blender with very, very sharp blades can actually cook noodles. And even my prawn is intact. Amazing. I'm just going to pour the rest of it in here. And it's easy in such a short amount of time that if you have guests over, you can easily cook for them. And you don't have to stay in the kitchen the entire time. You can actually sit with your guests instead of sitting in the kitchen. Okay, and the best part, I'm just going to cover this so that it will keep warm for the kids to eat shortly. The best part of all, you see this? There's nothing stuck at the bottom of the pot. Let me grab a spatula. I don't know if you can see. See how clean my bowl is. Very clean, nothing stuck. If we were using a wok, we would be scrubbing this part, but this one, nothing, no problem. Okay, and I'm gonna do a pre-clean here to show you the pre-clean function. Very quick one. Okay, we take every bit as much as possible, no wastage. You shouldn't waste food. We take every last bit. Okay, we set this aside. And this one, I'm going to put some water. Okay, that's just plain water from the sink. This is the before. The lid, I'm going to cover it up. And then we're going to activate the pre-clean function. Swipe. Pre-clean is right here. And we just turn it on. The Thermomix will determine for you how dirty the bowl is and how long it takes to do it. Okay, so it starts off estimating 5 minutes, but actually it's a lot less than that. It will adjust itself automatically shortly. Meanwhile, I will get our Teh Tarik. There it is. Now it's 1 minute. And we have our noodles here. While we are doing the pre-cleaning, of our bowl. Well, we have our noodles here, and we're gonna garnish it with our coriander leaves right here. Go. Okay, that once the pre-cleaning's done, and I'm just gonna wipe this a little bit. Biar cantik lah kan ambil gambar. Okay, super duper fast and easy, right? And then let's look at the bowl. Okay, see how it pulled all of the oil and all of the chili from the bowl. So I just pour out the water, and after I pour it out, isn't that wonderful? So wonderful, so easy. After cooking our noodles, you can have a bowl this clean, and you can just give it a quick rinse before you can cook your next dish. So this is a boon if there's no water. There's a lot of water cuts in our area. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's session. Here's our food once again. Mihun goreng, tom yum, mihun goreng, and with a bit of prawn, and also teh tarik. Okay, so once again, thank you so much for being my customer. This is my way of thanking you for the entire duration of this restricted movement order. I will be doing this live Facebook session, 6 o'clock every day. Send me a PM or leave a comment on what you'd like me to cook next time. I have a request for bread. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. We see, okay? We see how it goes. In the meantime, if you want to know more about the Thermomix, you may contact me. You can WhatsApp 011 1144 1145. That's 011 1144 1145. You can add me as a friend on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram, MimiRashid_KL. Okay? Hi Kak Rad, dah nak habis dah. So I'm just thanking everyone. And I hope that this cooking show today gave you an idea on what to cook or how to cook with the Thermomix and give a bit of sunshine in these gloomy, uncertain times. Take care, everybody. Stay at home. Stay positive. Make the most of this time with your family. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.